there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Happy Halloween, you weirdos! Uh, you know what? No. You know what? That is what I'm calling you. I keep calling you that and thinking about, well, I don't know if this name's gonna stick, but you know what? Nobody else has come up with a better name, so now y'all are my weirdos. So happy Halloween, weirdos! Today, we're gonna do our own version of celebrating Halloween. Now, I love Halloween. I love wearing costumes. I love eating candy. I love wearing costumes and eating candy at the same time. I live a multifaceted life with regards to Halloween. So today we're kind of doing our own equivalent of digging through our candy bag to find the best stuff. And so we are trying Warhead soda. Don't know what people's familiarity is with Warheads. I remember being in elementary school and like shoving a bunch in my mouth. Everybody would like shove as many as they could in their mouth to see how sour they could get it and how much they could taste and or not taste, right, or thereof. I am not unconvinced that this ruined my tongue, which is why now I'm here trying to feel alive by tasting a bunch of weird sodas. So I guess thanks, Warheads. There's not a lot to say about Warheads the soda. So I did some investigating, and because I wanted to see who was coming out with it. As we've talked about, most sodas unfortunately find their roots well, not unfortunately, but most sodas find their roots traced back nowadays to a subsidiary of Coca-Cola or a subsidiary of Pepsi. This, however, was made by something called Impact Confections. So I did some research, and it turns out they are the same people who currently make the Warheads candy. So they gave me some hope for the soda, because if the people who make the candy are making the soda, ideally they'll taste about the same. So I'm really excited about that. Little stuff about Warheads. Apparently, it was first created in Taiwan in 1975. It didn't get imported into the U.S. until 1993 by a company called the Foreign Candy Company, which feels a little on the nose. Like, could we not come up with a better name for an import company for candy? I mean, I don't know. You know what? They made a profit, and I'm sitting here in a penguin onesie. So what do I know? Anyway, in 2004, Impact Confectionery bought Warheads, and they're the ones that make it now today. So I found these at my local grocery store. There's supposed to actually be 5 flavors. So we have currently with us today the black cherry, the blue raspberry, and the green apple. There was also a lemon and a watermelon. Now, while I remember really liking the watermelon sour candy as a kid, as an adult who likes to drink things that are sometimes painful, I guess, I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't find the lemon. I'm going to keep a lookout for those two, and if I can find those two, we'll make another video. Well, I may not wear the penguin onesie, but we'll make another video. So with that, I thought we'd take a look at some of the cans. Well, not some. One of the cans. So this dude, let me put this up here. So did you guys know the mascot had a name? Because like I didn't until I started looking. This is Wally. This is Wally Warhead. So he's named after the Warhead brand, because obviously it's supposed to be so sour that it blows your mind. And actually on the back he signs it and he says, "My flavor-packed sour soda will blow your mind and taste buds away." Well, we're going to be the judges of that, Wally. But again, the can doesn't have to do a whole lot of heavy lifting. Like, if you are familiar with the Warheads brand, you know what you're getting into. I will say I've also found during my research that the sodas were made, the sour is made with citric acid and malic acid. So I did notice, too, that on the can it has that, too. It's got the malic acid. It doesn't have the citric acid, but I think those things combined creates that powder that's on the hard candy. So that may not necessarily be necessary for our drinking of the soda. For each one of these, I'm going to open it. We're going to pour. I'll sip it. I'll give you my reaction, and then we'll drink a little water. We'll move on to the next one. I'm starting with the green apple soda because if you guys have watched the channel, you know my blue raspberry and my cherry are like my favorite flavors just in general. Green apple doesn't necessarily do it for me, so we're just going to go with that first because why not? And with that, let's figure this out. Okay, so that smells like sour green apple, like strongly so. So it actually cleared out my nose in a way that I wasn't expecting. I can feel like my nose hair like actively recoiling. So let's see. Look at that! Look at how neon green that is. This is such a pleasurable experience. Look at this. Like, this is the sort of thing you drink when you're an evil villain in like a Halloween cartoon. I'm gonna turn into Mr. Hyde. This is gonna be baller. All right. And with that, oh, there it is. All right. So, uh, yeah, there it is. um, so it's strongly when you first drink it, it tastes very strongly of sweet green apple. Like I think you guys know what that flavor is like now. But it tastes like a Granny Smith. The sour lingers in the back, and the more you drink it, the more it compounds. Which reminds me again a whole lot of the candy, right? The more you put in there, the more sour it tasted. It's good. It tastes like the candy, so like that's already a win for me. Um, but yeah, the sour backs up, and like right now, my saliva, my glands are working overtime to try to like flood my tongue. So now I'm like really swallowing a lot of saliva as I talk to y'all. Um, but yeah, that's not bad. I was prepared to be disappointed because you know I it tasted like strong sweet green apple, and so I was expecting the sour not to be there, or not to be as strong. But yeah, the more you drink it, the more sour it gets. And so with that, let me pause the video, and drink some water, and then we'll try the next one. Okay, and we're back. Next, we're on to the blue raspberry. Uh, Again, very similar to the other can. It's just got blue raspberries as opposed to green apple. So let's see. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get into this. Okay, there it is. All right, yeah. So this smells like, well, the blue raspberry, like if you remember those Sour Patch straws, it smells like that. And I can already see from the can that this is an alarmingly shade of blue. Look at that! This is amazing. I'm so delighted. Uh, Look at it. It's beautiful. Again, this is how I become a creepy Hollywood villain. Uh, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, you can actually smell this a lot better when it's in the glass versus when it's in the can. But yeah, let's go. Oh, okay, yep. So it could be my own bias, but so because I love blue raspberry, as we talk about with soda and just in general the flavor, is that when we have like a raspberry soda, it tends to be sweeter than a blue raspberry because blue raspberry in its own right is kind of mixed to be more tart. So that combined with the sour flavor really makes this quite sour. But it tastes like a warhead. It tastes like a warhead, but you know what it really tastes like is a Jolly Rancher. This tastes like a Jolly Rancher with a little bit of sour dust on it. Um, I'm not mad at it. I love blue raspberry, so like I am stoked about this. I would drink that. I know I'm supposed to give the reviews at the end, but I'm gonna say right now, I would drink this blue raspberry uh, all the time because it's amazing. So, all right, so far, kind of as I expected, green apple, blue raspberry. So let me pause again, wash out my mouth again, get another, get the last glass, and we'll try the black cherry. Okay, on the last one, black cherry soda. Now I'm intrigued by this in the sense, we've had some black cherry sodas before, and we've talked a little bit about the difference between black cherry and cherry. Usually, cherry sodas are more tart, while black cherry is more sweet. But this could also just be sort of a generic, instead of just saying cherry candy, adding black cherry because we have blue raspberry, green apple. So like, it Could be something more akin to that, but we'll see how this goes. So with that, okay, yep, there we are. Yeah, again, it smells like cherry candy. Um, so far, I mean, nothing, nothing smells weird. I will say, I will say again that the green apple was a little bit like overwhelmingly sour smelling, but like didn't was ironically so far the least sour. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful and red. Like, and again, you get the smell stronger when you pour it out of the can. But all right. Oh, okay. All right. I really like that, but okay, that's really sour. That yeah. Okay, so uh, my suspicion was right in the sense that so it starts a little sweet, but the sweetness of the cherry is not the black cherry sweetness that we are familiar with. It is definitely just a standard cherry flavor. Kind of akin to that icy soda that I had a while back. But Hachi Machi is that sour. Like I mean that in the best way. So like, don't get me wrong, but like, uh, yeah, that's sour. It's right on top. It's full forward. Uh, yeah. Um, I'm stoked. Like again, uh, it tastes like the candy. So I mean, usually at the end we rank them, and I'll tell you uh, in order. Boom, boom, boom. These are pretty close together because I'm partial to those flavors. But I will say if you're looking for more of a sour, like if you're looking for like full punch in the face sour, you gotta go for the cherry. If you're looking for heavy slap in the face, I guess go for the blue raspberry. And if you're looking for like a nice a slap on the wrist, the sour green apple. And uh, but I also think that's because when we talk about flavors like green apple, Granny Smith apples are tart, blue raspberry is made to be tart, and while black cherry isn't, a lot of actual cherry flavors are made to be tart and sour. So I don't think there's a lot of surprises here, right? But that's not what I was going for anyway. What I was going for is trying three ludicrously sour sodas and seeing if I enjoyed them as much as I remember enjoying the candy, and the answer is a resounding yes. Uh, so next week we are going back to what seems to be an unceasing well. We are gonna try the Mountain Dew uh, Purple Thunder. This was a Circle K exclusive. My mom, my dad, and my sister drove all around Tennessee to find a Circle K and found me the soda and gave it to me. So I am looking forward to trying that and reviewing it back. I've already got my own suspicions, but considering that when I look at these sodas and I think that tastes like blue, that tastes like red, that tastes like green, in my heart, I hope that Mountain Dew tastes like purple. But I guess we'll find out next week. Until next time, drink weird and happy Halloween!